Hey, welcome back to another stream, and in this one we're going to keep working on the arrow animation that you see in this part of the website. And I've done something really cool, so when you click on it, it just plays the animation in reverse and then erases the arrow starting from the top and then follows this path and then finally gets rid of the tip. I'll click on it once more. It plays, like, it takes 0.3 seconds now, but I think it looks really cool. Okay, I'll explain by I'll start by explaining how I did it. So I duplicated this animate property that we've done on the previous stream, and I've pasted it in here. So this is a duplicate of that one, but it plays in reverse, and I've modified some of the values in here. I've changed this from 780 to 280. So like if you watch my previous stream, there is no proper explanation why. Okay, so I've shown you a website on my previous stream, right? Just go back and watch the previous videos before coming to this one, because those ones explain quite a lot. Anyway, I've added this animation property on here, and the animation plays. So with this begin property, you can trigger an animation to start on click. I've just renamed this ID to be trigger. So when you click on the SVG area, like the bounding box, then you make this animation play. And one sec. Okay. So yeah, if you click onto, I've decreased the volume, it was a bit too loud. Okay, so when you click on the bounding box, this animation starts playing now, and what it does is, so 280 to 0 makes us draw the whole arrow, and then 540 to 280 removes the arrow essentially. Yeah, just go and watch the previous streams if you want to hear an explanation about how these things work. Okay, so previous videos, actually these are all going on YouTube as well. Anyway, and then we begin this animation with a click, and then duration is the same. Well, I've defined the durations in here, and I made the draw in duration to be 1 second, so it takes 1 second to draw, and when you click on it, it takes 0.3 seconds to draw it out. And then let's play the animation out in here. So it takes 1 second to draw, and when you click on it, it takes 0.3 seconds to draw out. Okay. Oh, right. All is good. All is good. So, and now we had another problem. So you can click on it, and it would remove the line, but the arrow tip would still be there, right? You have to specify another animation for that. Actually, you don't have to animate because it happens so quickly. You can just get rid of the arrow tip immediately, and it won't be noticeable. So the way you do that is you give this animation an ID. I've named it as exit, and then so we begin this animation. This is a set, not an animation. It just switches one value to another value, like true and false. Okay, so we begin this one after the exit animation, like the line deletion finishes, and then we set the visibility from visible to hidden. And then this is how we hide the tip of the arrow. So let me show you what it looks like if I get rid of this. So when I click on this, the tip of the arrow, as you can see, it's still there, right? That set code allows us to get rid of the tip of the arrow, basically. All right, let me get that back. But now there's another problem. So if I click on this, and if the arrow disappears, yeah, we made the user scroll somewhat. But if the user comes back in here and wants to click this again, the animation would still play. I don't want this area to be clickable again. I want this to be a one-time only thing. And I want the users to get this only when they first visit the website. So when you click on this and when you come back on it, I just don't want this thing to be clickable. So that's why I'm going to use React hooks. Like, I'm going to define a state, and then based on that state, we're going to draw the arrow, or we're just going to remove it from the document. All right, so let's get started. Okay, this might be a long stream or this might be a short stream depending on how difficult these things are, but okay, so I went back to the documentation of the animation attribute, or the SVG thingy, or whatever you call it. This is the documentation for the animate tag in here. And then I've realized that there's a function called OnEnded. So if you give any values to this function, if you pass a function to this actually this is a listener, sorry. If you pass a function to this listener, it will call that function when the animation is ended, and that's what we're doing in here. I've defined a function called. So after some research, I've discovered this thing. So you can use a hook to find the element that you need from the document, and then just just hook it to the OnEnd function somehow. And once the animation ends, it triggers the end event fired call. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get rid of this one, and you'll see, hopefully, once this animation finishes and once we click on it, after the animation completes, we will get an end event fired in here. And we're going to use that to remove this element from the DOM. Okay. Interesting challenge, huh? So we're gonna have a boolean. I forgot how to do all of these. Unfortunately, we have many other components to look at. So I'm just gonna come back here. Oh wait, yeah, we put it there. So we're gonna define a variable clicked, set clicked, and the initial state is gonna be false. And this will set, so when the animation finishes, we're going to do set clicked, and we're going to say true. And then we're just going to have, we're just going to make this element disappear by using this hook somehow. You'll see, you'll get the hang of it. So, right, we have to do a conditional in here. The other day I've learned something from the web. I was reading about one of the React blogs, and then someone found a much better way of doing conditionals. I'm going to show you what I normally do, and then I'm going to show you what should be done. Okay, so clicked, question mark. If it's clicked, well, if it's the opposite of clicked actually, then you should return this. And if it's clicked, then you should return null. Strange indeed. Okay, let's revert it back. Let me rethink this through. So we have color brackets in here. Right, okay. Let me cut this. What's going on in here? Okay. Well, okay, apparently I have to get rid of the curly brackets. Okay, that works. Okay, so when we click, this element should get removed from the DOM. So you can see it in here now. It's there. And when I click on this, whoa. Cannot set property OnEnd of null. That's not nice. So we should do something like, okay. So we can do something like if clicked if not clicked, then do this and just don't do anything if it's clicked. So that should solve that problem. If you click on this, it's going to disappear and it's going to get removed from the DOM. Yeah, well, yeah, it did. Okay, so let's fix the animation speed. Let's revert this back to 1 second. So the arrow is there, and when we click on it, oh, by the way, so this thing is going to get removed. There you go. It's not there anymore. Cool. That's exactly what we wanted, right? Okay. So back to the point. There's apparently a better way of doing these conditional things. If you're going to return null, if there's nothing else, then you can remove this and replace this question mark with basically and make this and use an AND operator in here. So what this does is, if clicked is false, it doesn't evaluate the rest of it. So if it doesn't evaluate the rest, then you're not going to see what it returns, right? So it's automatically going to it's automatically going to return false, and false doesn't get rendered, I think. All right. So let's see. Well, it just disappears. That works. Okay. So that's how it's done. And we managed to make that arrow disappear when we click on it. Cool, right? Alright, well, that brings us to the end of this stream. I was going to explore ease in and out animations, but I think this looks fine just for now. And yeah. I still want to experiment with this. You know what? Let's just copy and paste it. Why not? Okay, let's try. Okay, that provides ease in out. Okay. Alright, so I figured out how to do ease in out animations in animate motion and animation. So I found this nice little github.io website by someone. Anyway, this is the website, and this website is apparently in progress, but this guy has all the required values for all of the animations that you might need, and here is how you set all of the splines in a very easy way. Like all of the other examples that we've seen so far, they weren't helpful, like they weren't much helpful at least, and this guy is really helpful. You can just copy this and paste it into your animation, and then pick whichever one of these you need, and then copy and paste it again. And we're going to go back to our code now. We're going to define some constants. Ease in out. Bezier. I don't know how to read this. Bezier? Maybe. Whatever. Right, and this is going to be key times. This is the same across the other components. So we're going to copy this, and we are going to put it in there as well. Let's reset our animation speed back to 1 second. Let's go back, and there you go. We have the ease in and out animation, and now we can extend this to 1.5 seconds, so it looks more natural. Also want to extend this one a bit further. Okay, so okay, it looks really nice. I'm really happy with the results. I'm very happy with the changes that we've done today. So this animation replaces the old floaty animation, and it takes a lot less space. It has more functions. Like when you click on it, it plays this nice little animation, and it looks just great. It supports ease in and out functionality. It's not really clean code, but it's as good as it gets, and I'm very happy with the results. Yes, we had to use state and everything, but I think this is a proper component now, and I think these videos are gonna help a lot of people when they're trying to create these sorts of animations on their website. So I hope you find this useful, and I'm gonna edit this stream and put it on YouTube now, and yeah, I'll see you on the next video. We have so many problems to solve, and I hope to see you again on this channel, maybe. Alright, bye, have a nice evening.